I want to know, first off, is this really war? Like, is the battle between the sexes real? Is that war, and is that how you guys see it?
I don't think it's a battle. I think it's a what's a good word to say?
Competition.
That's
So
close
you
to
do
it.
see it as a competition.
It is a competition. It's about gamesmanship. Let the mind games begin. That's what dating is about, unfortunately.
So that's how you approach it as well?
Everybody does. And ultimately, once you really start to develop feelings for somebody, that's when all that stuff kind of melts away, and then next thing you know, you're like, I love you, let's move forward, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
That's
Okay.
true.
We all
Like,
want to be
seriously?
happy. And I think when we go into relationships, there's a lot of baggage that we all bring. There's insecurities, there's background stories, there's past relationships that didn't work. There's, all of these It's all of these different things that we all go into a relationship with.
Right.
And so, although we want the same mutual thing, it becomes competitive, it becomes mind games, it becomes all of this thing. And if you want to use the word war, you can say it's a battlefield as well. Because we're trying to get to the same place, but because we all have different backgrounds, it becomes competitive to get there.
So, go for it.
Well, I think that where it really comes in is with each individual is resisting compromise, or they're resisting, vulnerability. And so in that way, it becomes a chess game. Not necessarily.
You mentioned resisting. Men are notoriously known for resisting commitment. My question is, why do men resist commitment when you all do better than we do? For instance, yes, all kinds of studies show that men are wealthier in relationships, that you are healthier, that you take better care of yourselves, that you are happier. So why would you resist a state that would actually be better for you?
Well, let's just call a spade a spade. Men are better than women.
Do tell. Educate me, please.
Well, let's just look at the facts.
Yes, please.
We live longer. Here's the thing.
You actually don't. You die like
We
20
die.
years younger
Really?
than we do.
We're
You
better
do.
with pets.
Your pets?
We're better with animals.
You're better with animals. Okay. I'm sorry. See, I forgot I didn't hear the end of
There's so many facts I can
the
tell
whole-
you.
okay.
We read faster.
Okay. All right.
We jump higher. Right?
You know what? I think that the resistance that we're talking about
Yes.
comes from the fact that we understand that we understand.
Come here.
What? Thank you.
It goes against the male instinct to be monogamous.
Yeah.
Honestly, the male human is only one of a couple species of mammal that is monogamous. I mean, if you look at, no, seriously, if you look at it like, there's one rooster and several chickens. There's one bull and several cows. I mean, as the male species, and it's that our innate responsibility to spread our seed as much as possible.
That's great for science. That doesn't go so great for Bible, but that's science.
No, in the Bible,
Oh, yeah.
all of them have several wives. They have thousands of wives.
Not
If you look
everybody.
at like David,
Sam
everybody.
was one of the wisest men, and I think he might have had like 2,415 wives in the 3 million years he was alive.
Okay. I could come back with that, but I'm going to keep on moving. 90-day rule. Yes, no, maybe.
Would you wait, man?
Have you?
Here's the thing. I don't think anyone should set a timetable. I don't. I think you get to know the person, and whenever you feel comfortable, you do it. Setting a timetable is one of the dumbest things I think I've ever heard.
And do tell him why.
It just is, because ultimately it probably won't be worth it. And two, no one will ever make it. So you're kind of setting yourself up for failure.
I don't think that's true.
And I don't think it makes sense to set a timetable that really, what is the logic behind 90 days? Why not 60 days? Why not 120 days? Why not 2 years? That's how random 90 days is. So that's why it doesn't make sense to me. If you want to wait until you feel better about yourself, I get it. You want to wait till you know that person, I get it. Respect yourself.
So you ain't gonna wait if she's married?
look, what the film
Yes,
does,
Terrence?
what the film does,
Yes.
is it creates dialogue. When you leave the movie theater, right, you're gonna have to have a conversation with your friends, with your significant other, and create that dialogue. Whether you want to wait 90 days to get over, your past relationship and something that's happened in your life, or whether you want to expedite the process, it's not so much about the rule of 90 days. It's about creating the dialogue for a healthy relationship. And that's what this film is going to do. There's going to be a bubble. And either you're inside the bubble or you're outside. And that's why you got to watch the movie. Because if you don't... Go ahead,
Yes,
Kevin.
sir. You wanted to interject.
I want. Stop it. Listen. Basically, at the end of the day, this movie touches on what? Real situations, real problems. And as actors, we all, everybody here, from you, and myself, we have done it, just for this last part, we have done a great job
Yes.
of coming together and pulling off what nobody else could pull off.
Which was
That's making a relationship movie
that
that
works.
works.
Okay, I'm gonna agree with you on that. And that our time is up. Thank you so much, gentlemen. I loved the film.